Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Shelley and I do mainly DIY and haul videos. As promised in my last video, I did promise to do quite a few different videos, more on the line of what I do behind the scenes sort of thing, other things I'm involved in, and I just wanted to share them with you. And so today I'm going to do a video on 5 ways how to avoid overspending over Christmas. Obviously a lot of people think, oh, Christmas, you know, it's very hyped up now, it's become very commercialised. It's sort of losing the sense of Christmas is a time for family and friends and possibly religion, depending on what religion you're in. But a lot of people, I think a lot of people tend to overspend over Christmas. They want to make sure they buy presents for everyone, please everyone. They want to make sure the children are spoiled, and which is not a bad thing if you can afford it, but going into January with credit card debts is not the way to start the year. So I've got 5 pointers which hopefully will help some of you manage your money a little bit better, and some of the things I do as well which I find helps me. So in January I've got money for sales and I start the new year with no credit card debt. So firstly, I've got a list here, so I'm going to be looking down. The first one, I tend to go through my house, look through all the kids' toys, look at what they've got double of or what they don't play with anymore. If they haven't played with it for 6 months, I package it up and I either sell it on eBay, Gumtree or Facebook ads. You can sell items for free in your local area. Just little tips on selling things online. Take good pictures, clear descriptions, obviously clean the items, make sure they're packaged nicely, so if someone wants to buy it secondhand as a present for someone else, then it's presentable. So once you've gone through and looked at what you don't need or what you can sell, then it gives you an idea of what your child has got. And then, you know, when they say, oh, I want this, I want that, or when they write their Christmas list, then you know, well, actually you've got that already. It's been back at the back of the toy cupboard that you haven't played with for ages. So I find having a good clear out just gives you an idea of what you've got, what you don't need, what you can get rid of, and then you can, when they do give you your list, then you can say, right, okay, that's fine, you haven't got one of those, or you haven't got something similar. So tip number 2, I like to create a list of everyone that I have to buy presents for. So family, friends, if you work in an office environment, maybe you've got a Secret Santa, but I write a list, and then I usually start from October, just so it spreads the cost, so I don't have a mad rush of having to buy loads of things in December. And I generally try and get 1 present a week. Obviously some for the children and your partner, I generally get them obviously more than 1 present. So it just means I can stack up and buy things and put them somewhere out of sight. It spreads the costs. It makes it more of a relaxing time. You know, you can have a few nice days out doing Christmas shopping, and you don't have to come back with loads of bags or feel under pressure to get everything on that one day. And I think it makes the shopping experience quite a nice, pleasurable experience, and it's an excuse to go shopping quite a few times. So create a list, be organised, and on my list I have it in my bag. You can have it on your phone. I've just got it on a piece of paper, and I write down when I've bought something, I write it on the list, so I can look on the list and see, oh yeah, I've got so and so X, Y and Z, and so I know right, he needs another present or she needs another present, just to make her present complete. So that's what I do for number 2. If you're quite organised and start shopping a little bit earlier, you can take advantage of the 3 for 2 gifts. There's Boots always do 3 for 2s, Superdrug do some as well. Obviously then there's obviously the toy shops where they have they do 3 for 2s, and then there's supermarkets which have half price toy sales, Argos. There's so many places, so I always advise to have a look online and see what sales are on there, and then if you've got a list, then you can look at what your child wants and go and get those items. Hopefully if they go in the sale, get them in the sale, so you're saving money that way too. Tip number 3, I love shopping and I like going to the shops, but with 2 young children I don't drag them along to the shops because one of them just doesn't like shopping and the other one is 3 and it's a nightmare with him. So I like doing a lot of my shopping online, and then when they're maybe at school and nursery, then I'll go out and do shopping while they're not there. Online there's quite a few cashback sites where if you log into the cashback site and then from that cashback site, go to the shop that you want to, you can earn cashback on the sales that you make. So I always go through cashback sites. The site that I use, there's quite a few, but the main one that I use is Top Cashback. I'll put my link below. I do get a commission if you sign up under my link, but you will get your own link. So if you want to obviously let your friends and family know, you will have your own link so you can promote it to them as well. And it has hundreds of stores. Once you make your purchase, it's very simple how to purchase via the cashback website. Once you make your purchase, you'll get an email saying that notifying you that they've recognised your purchase and you will receive some commission. And it usually takes approximately 8 to 10 weeks for your commission to come through. And it will come through and you have a dashboard, and then you can choose which method you want to have your money sent to you. So you can either have it by PayPal, or they do Amazon gift cards, or there's a whole list of different methods that you can choose to have your money sent to you. So I'll put the link to that below. Top Cashback, I think it's a really great way to just earn a little bit of money while you're spending as well. So tip number 4 is saving money on your food shopping. And I think it's just a case of being organised. So what I do is in October's the month that I start Christmas shopping, food or whatever. So what I do is I just Google food shopping list. I have found a good one on Tesco's. So I just print that off, and I have it in my bag, and it pretty much looks like this. And it literally has a list of all the foods that you might need for your Christmas food shop. And what I do is there's a few things that I do to reduce the costs and just be a bit more organised. So tip number 1 that I do within this is I print off my list, and when I do my food shopping, a weekly food shop, I get 1 or 2 items, non-perishable things from the list, so then I can tick it off. So things like apple sauces, like your red currant sauces, those sort of things that will last, that will have a long sell by date. So I buy those sort of things, and I have a box or a certain section in my kitchen that I keep just for those things, so they don't get used in your day-to-day they don't get used for day-to-day use. So I'll have them sort of sectioned off so they don't get used. I look at what's on offer for that week if I'm doing my food shopping, and then if something is on the Christmas list that I need, that is a non-perishable item and is on offer, then I'll buy that then as well. So I also do that. And then another thing I'll do is for things like your confectionery, your sweets, and your things that you like to offer out to guests when they come round, I'll go to places like Poundland and B&M. They always have those kind of things very cheap, like matchsticks and matchmakers, I can't remember, but anyway, we love them in our house. They're generally £1 at the pound shop, or B&M they're £1, but sometimes in supermarkets they can go up to £2.50. So it's definitely worth having a look around. And if you haven't got time to go to the supermarket and browse around, it's very easy to look online and see what offers they've got. If you go to Tesco's, you can click on the offers tab and it shows you all the offers, so you can quickly scroll through and see what you need. So this works in store and online. So definitely get yourself a list like this. I'll put the link to it I'll put the link to it down below. There's quite a few different lists, so pick whichever one suits your needs. I'm sure there's editable ones as well, because obviously if you're vegan or vegetarian, things might be different on here. Things might be different on the list that you'd need to someone who's not vegetarian. So that's my tip, and I find that really helpful, because a couple of years ago I just remember going and doing the food shop on like the 22nd of December with 100 other people, and you just think, oh, I'll get that, and then Christmas comes and goes. You've hosted lots of dinner parties and cooked for lots of people, and there's always loads of wastes of food. And I just think, it's just a way to be organised and just to not spend unnecessarily. Then lastly, once you've obviously gradually got a lot of your items on your list, then what you could do is, and I'm going to do this year, I've never been able to do it because I've always done it too late, But generally, if you go online to either Tesco's or whatever supermarket you use, this is not sponsored by Tesco, sorry, but I just shop there anyway. If you go online and do your food shop 3 weeks before Christmas and get it delivered on the 22nd or 23rd, then you can buy the perishable items. So then you know you haven't got that food shopping nightmare. I mean, some people like it. I don't actually mind it, but generally I've got the kids, so it's pretty much impossible unless you do like a midnight food shop, which I've done on a few occasions. So yeah, so I'm going to try and do my food shopping online about 3 weeks before and get it delivered on the 22nd. They do get booked up really fast because I've always missed out the last couple of years I've tried, so fingers crossed I'll hopefully get in this year. The last tip is to save on wrapping paper. Wrapping paper, there's so many lovely wrapping papers. I love wrapping presents and I like them to look really nice and everything. And the thing is that when you give the gift, it's lovely, it looks really presentable, and then they're just going to rip it open and the wrapping paper goes straight in the bin. So what I try to do is I buy my wrapping paper when they've got 3 for 2s or offers, and from now there will be offers on, so you can get your wrapping paper nice and cheap and save money that way too. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope the tips I've given you are hopefully going to help you manage your money a little bit better, possibly save in areas that you possibly might not have saved before. Please do click on the links below to sign up to Top Cashback if that's something that you haven't signed up to already. And thank you for watching.